Today I will be reviewing the Arteza Woodless colored pencils and comparing them to the regular Arteza colored pencils. These pencils don't have a wooden casing like the regular colored pencils, but instead the entire pencil is pigment. To start off, I noticed that the packaging is quite difficult to get open. It gets stuck and the plastic is sharp, which can cut you. You can definitely see me struggling here, and I basically had to rip the plastic apart to get it open. I will be comparing the two types of pencils together. To do this, I will be doing the same tests for both pencils using the same technique. First, I'm testing the blendability of these pencils by blending two similar colors together, then comparing them with the regular Arteza pencils. Now, these look pretty similar to me. For both of them, I went back and forth with the two colors until I was happy with the blending I got. Now, the second test, saturation, is where we start getting into some trouble. I picked the most similar colors, but you can clearly see how less bright the woodless colored pencils are on the left compared to the regular ones on the right. I will be putting the two qualities to the test. I'm using a circular object to trace around. So I will be blending two different shades of blue within the circle to see how it turns out with less similar colors and to get a bigger surface area to see. As you can see, I'm struggling a bit to get the colors to blend together due to the drastic difference in shade. To finish, I outlined the circle and made a few scribbles with the black to see how dark it is. Then I made a patch of white to see how well the white works, given it is an essential color when making objects 3D. And now I'm repeating the same thing with the regular Arteza colored pencils. The colors aren't exactly the same, so I chose colors as similar as possible. But still, you can see that the colors are blending together much nicer and how much more saturated they are. The black seems more black, while the other was more of a dark gray, while the whites were identical. Now for a brief recap. The regular ones had a reusable metal tin, which was good, while the woodless had a flimsy plastic thing, which is incredibly difficult to open, and it doesn't provide a good, safe place to store your pencils. There was also a color code on the back of the regular pencils, which is helpful, while the woodless didn't. The pencils were also longer in length. There were also only 24 colors as opposed to 48. Now to put these to the real test, I will be drawing donuts. To start, I'm testing my colors on the side and choosing as similar colors as I can. Then I'm starting with the cakey part. The donuts are chocolate donuts instead of plain ones because I was unable to find good tans in both sets. The lack of colors can really make an impact on what you draw. So right now, the cake part looks decent. I will be starting to do the pink frosting. Something I started to notice was how streaky the pencils could be. If you can't tell, the top right part of the donuts has streaks going across it. This could be due to the harder pigment, which makes it more difficult to blend. Then I'm outlining the donut. Oh, and look, the pencil broke. How nice. So apparently, just like regular pencils, these break too. Then I'm repeating the same thing with the regular pencils. As you can tell, the cake part already looks more vibrant and saturated. The frosting looks so vibrant and smooth, I just want to eat it. So between these two donuts, you can clearly tell which one is better. Now the final comparison. No trees were harmed making the woodless ones, however it has a plastic unreusable packaging which can end up as litter. This takes away from its sustainability factor, not to mention that they're less vibrant and saturated, have harder pigment which makes it difficult to blend, and are shorter. Though the whole stick is pigment, I would argue that you're actually getting less pigment because once the pencils get too short to use, you're wasting a lot more pigment than the regular wooded ones. On the contrary, the regular pencils have a reusable metal tin which safely stores your pencils that comes with a color code. It also has a softer, more vibrant pigment, but it means more dust from them.